Central banks, what kind of models should they be looking at? Is inflation noisy, as Janet Yellen seemed to indicate? Does it automatically mean if you have a strong labor market that it will feed through inflation at some point?
It will, and I think one of the consequences of the Brexit and the immigration policy in America is the scarcity of labor. We have very low employment rate. It's very difficult to find skilled labor. So actually, you've got a very different median issue that while the number of wage growth is quite low, for a lot of people it's very difficult. They've got wage inflation. But for a lot of others, at the bottom end of the scale, there's a massive deflationary pressure, like you saw on the mobile phone side. You see that in a lot of technology jobs, and there's a lot of technology effect on workforce. So there is inflation in the system coming from scarcity of some skilled labor, and also asset inflation coming as a direct result of the central bank activity.
Yeah, and this, Pierre, is something very similar that the ECB talked about, right? But when do we start creating quality jobs?
Well, the quality jobs are created, but we don't have enough people to fill them. So, when you prevent your workforce to be able to come in, then you either have excess labor inside, or you're going to have to pay more for them. So the quality jobs are happening there. What's interesting is that the central bank are on a very different path, more than I would say a year ago. You can see that Japan doesn't have an issue in continuing because they really want to see reflation. It's only starting a little bit, and that's their main objective. While you can see that in the UK, at this level, inflation would scare people away.